Would you like to figure out ways to get more people to see your listings, get higher ranking, more traffic, more sales, more conversions, or all the above? If that sounds of interest to you, you're definitely in the right spot. I am so excited to be joined by the happy dad himself, John Aspinall from PickFu, amongst other projects. Well, anyway, John, thank you for joining us here on the PPC Mastery Summit.
Thank you, sir. Yes, the happy dad hat is ironic. Ironically,
You're an unhappy dad right now?
No, I'm always a happy dad. So I have a happy dad hats. Everyone knows I wear a ton of these. I have like different colors and stuff all over. I also, there's Dad Gang, which is another company that's out there that has hats. And my wife has purchased me a bunch of those. So I'm always wearing dad stuff because I'm happy dad.
Awesome. I love it. All right. So we're going to be talking about ways to improve your listings and other things on Amazon. So just to make sure we're not talking into the abyss, click the little thumbs up icon and then just comment, yes, I can hear you. We would definitely appreciate that. Puts my always worrying about technical glitches mind at ease. So
that's the worst when you do a live stream and you're just going on and on and on, and then it's not going anywhere but your computer, and you're just like, wow.
No wonder we weren't getting many questions.
Sheesh. Yeah. So,
all right. So DripFit, before I asked who's there, DripFit says, hey, y'all. Tiago says, hi. Subham says, hello. Tiago confirms, yes, we can. You can hear us. Wasim says yes. Christine says yes. Dean says thumbs up. And A Singleton, does that mean you were born just one child in the birth?
Or is there a B Singleton?
Right. Or you're like Anthony and your last name is Singleton. So I'm just curious.
Is there a Bobby Singleton?
Right. So if you're twins, you're one of two. If you're a Singleton, you're just one of one when you were born. All right. And then we got Shubham. Ranjan says yes. Thomas says yes. And 7 of us.
I like that.
One person representing 7.
I like that you, Shubham, you went with his last name, which is leaps and bounds probably more difficult to say than Thomas's last name of Rick. Is it because you didn't know if it was Rick or Ricky?
Oh, I skipped it. I wasn't giving it that much thought, but now I feel like I'm going to get a Freudian analysis here. But anyway, all right. So quite a few of you said hello / encouraged us to know that the audio and video feed is working. So
it's working.
That makes me happy. So all of you, if you could email Kevin at maximizingecommerce.com. And if I owe anyone already for anything I've promised, I will get to it today. But just email Kevin at maximizingecommerce.com. Let me know you were here live, and I promised you the Brand Mastery Summit from last year. I believe it was August. And I'll get you access to that. But you must opt in for that by emailing us. And you must have been here live, because I can always go back and check. And let me know your screen name. If your screen name, for example, is something like 7 of us and it doesn't match your name.
That might be a legal name. Carrie is my favorite person in the world. I have to say that.
Okay, everyone else now just went down a notch. Actually, I know you and Carrie have known each other for a while.
Carrie is good people.
Yes. Hi, Carrie. Carrie is good people. Good to see you from Skin Perfection. Shubham Ranjan, I probably mispronounced, says awesome. So yes, we're excited about that. All right. So John, for folks who are uninitiated, tell them a little bit about yourself.
I'm a Libra. I enjoy long walks by myself. Yeah, no. I've been in the space, Kevin, probably like 15 plus years, even though it seems like I should be more well off than I am. I've done this for a while, worked for, I think I got my first crack at e-com working at above a deli here in Staten Island at a Russian-owned company that was selling car parts on eBay. So that kind of parlayed into everything that you see here. But yeah, no, worked at agencies, some good agencies, some really good agencies, some not so good agencies. Those kind of things. At PickFu, rocking and rolling. I mean, there's nothing better than understanding what's going to work before you invest money in it. Like that's just like I'm shocked that there's so many people out there still, even though we have at PickFu tons of users, shocked that people just like, yeah, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to change this color. I'm going to go with the green option. Or I'm going to go with this, like without doing consumer research. It boggles my mind. And the fact that there's a tool out there like PickFu that helps you just, I have like decision paralysis. I don't know if there's a thing, but it's like I don't.
No,
like,
you're not alone.
Like I'm like I don't know. I like two different shades of blue. I'm like I don't know. I just then I don't do anything. Then either I pick the wrong one or I don't do anything. Which both of those really suck. So being able to test with consumers, but it's like specific consumers. Like it's not just like you're going out there and putting out like a poll and saying, what do you like, this or this? It's like those specific folks where it's like, I didn't even realize that people that, have an income of 100K or more that have a cat care about this feature in a vacuum. Now I need to go and make sure I have that feature, or if I have that feature, make sure I really focus on it, and it pays a lot. I know we're talking about PPC and the PPC summit, right? But, you can't advertise something that hasn't been tested, that it's going to work. And even if it's going to work and has been tested, you can't advertise because without knowing that the advertising creatives are going to work, right? Like you could have the most amazing cell phone holder. I don't know. I look at so many ASINs, I can't even think of categories anymore. A cell phone holder.
Cat toys.
My cats, funny enough, my wife we have two cats that we rescued from Tennessee when they were like little tiny kittens. Oh. Never been to Tennessee, but the adoption place got them. Right. Little tiny kittens. They're Carrie will tell you. Carrie's been on calls with Carrie, and they jump on my shoulder. It looks like bobcats jumping on my shoulder. They're massive cats.
Were they actually bobcats?
I don't know, but they have hair. One of them has hair growing out of her ears that's longer than her ears, which literally looks like a bobcat. And my wife put collars on them now because they got bigger with bells on them. I thought that was a good thing to do. It's horrible because now all I hear is like Santa Claus wrestling with himself upstairs fighting. And I'm like, this is insane. But yeah, so cat toys, for example, right? So Carrie says they're cute. Yeah, I said they're cute, a little annoying, but So they when it comes to cat toys, right? When you're putting your brand ad out there, or if you're putting any kind of asset out there, is it going to resonate? Are you putting the wrong cat? Are you putting like this highfalutin, expensive cat that nobody has and they can't relate to it? Well, then they're not going to click on your ad, right? Because it's like, no, that's not for me. Or if you're showcasing that it's a dangly, wiggly kind of toy, right, for the cat, are you showing that? Or are you showing it just laying down on a table? Are you using video? Or you're not using video? If you are using video, again, when it comes to, you could take any product and there's always an avatar specifically for it, even cats. And they're not the ones clicking their paws on it and buying it. It's the owner.
Yeah, it's mom and dad.
Yeah, no.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a cat owner and a dog owner, but I'm not mom and dad to those individuals.
Okay,
like,
understood.
I know there's people out there that say, oh, I'm a mom.
Oh yeah, there's people that like have cups that says like dog.
I'm a cat dad. Like no, I have like different kind of cups where I'm like I can't show some of them. They're horror movie cups, but no, not that kind of thing. But yeah, so every single product has an avatar for it, and if you're not speaking directly to that avatar, then you may be missing the mark. And I want to pull up my screen here, and we're going to talk cat toys. So we'll stay on that since they're jingling around right now. Here they come. So take a look at this. Let me share my screen. Good old Screen-a-roni. Here we go. I love StreamYard. It's so intuitive. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Listen, you're a tech pro, Kevin. So look at this over here. I just searched cat toys. So look at this ad right here. This is a brand ad. This is a video brand ad for Potorama. I don't know. That name really doesn't associate with cats to me. But anyway, you see how it's not auto playing, or now it's auto playing, right? But for a second, it wasn't auto playing for whatever reason, scrolling, things like that, you have to be cognizant of what that initial frame looks like before the ad plays. Because if it doesn't play and that's the only thing that people are getting, what is that saying? Right. So now take a look at this cat. I mean, it's a pretty good ad because it's showing exactly what the product does. But is that cat going to resonate with most folks? Super cute cat, but it's a different looking cat. That cat is, I've never seen a cat that's all white with just a tail and a little hat with colors, right? So I wonder if more folks have the tabby, the stripe, the gray, the black, all kind of solid color, would that matter or would that not matter for this ad? You know what I mean? So when we go down to things like this, right? And remember, when we're talking about ads, here's another one over here. So this one looks more like UGC, which is interesting, right? So what would play better, a more produced kind of video like this or more UGC kind of video like this that almost looks like a kind of like a TikTok or a meme video where cats like running all over the place? To me, I actually like this one better than the overproduced one because it looks more real to me. And again, it's a different kind of toy, but it looks more real to me.
Like an authentic cat.
Yeah. Hey, there's a dog in there. Wait,
and a dog.
Now, wait a minute, right? Now I'm a cat owner and a dog owner, but let's say I'm just a cat owner and now there's a dog in there. I don't like dogs. Is that going to turn me off from clicking on it? Because now that I see that it's for dogs and cats, I don't know, right?
Right.
But now take a look at this. This is their hero image for their product. The hero image sucks. The hero image is no good. It's got a good video ad, but the hero image, we're going to cost them a couple bucks. Sorry. I'm going to click on this. I don't feel too bad because maybe it's China Direct. We don't feel that bad. So looking at this hero image is no bueno, as the kids say. Like, this is not something, because it's small little photos over here of the cat. This cat looks like it's about to leap on this cat. I can't really see what's going on here, but I don't know what this is. I could not tell you. If I took away the cats that I really can't see, this could be a dog toy that I throw around. This could be one of those monkey paw things. I don't know. I'm a kid of the 80s. There was a thing, like a fighting thing that Steven Seagal used. It's like for fight. It could have been that. I don't know. So you have to make it super clear from your hero image exactly what it is. These guys are cranking out coupons and savings. Holy moly, Kevin, look at this. You can get 30% off and then 18 and then 20 and I don't even know.
They went all in on coupons.
They're just like, take this, take it and go, right? So and look at this. The A+ is broken. It's not even coming up. I didn't even know that was, So that's the thing. When I look over here, so automatic moving cat ball. So let me see this automatic moving cat ball. And my cats are jingling over here. So now you see this. It's a very commoditized product because I see it in a bunch of different ways. When we talk about supplements being the Wild West, holy smokes, pet toys and cat toys, you could pretty much do anything. This is like a full-blown scene over here, right? Hey, seasonal.
I don't even know what you get in that one.
Yeah, seasonal merchandising is good, but hey, fix it because it's not Christmas anymore. There's a Christmas
right. But they're just getting an early start for this year.
Oh yeah, always be prepared. So you could see like there's better ways to showcase it, but in all of these, and I'm willing to bet most of these are trying to direct, especially a lot of these low prices. But you can see that none of these are saying exactly what the product is. So in my eyes, right, having the movement and having the cat avatar is great, but then have packaging behind it, right? Because when Amazon starts to crack down, and they are cracking down already in some categories about what you can do in the hero image. I know you guys had talked about it before as well. When they start to crack down more, if and when, or when and if, whatever, packaging is something that they can't tell you no. They can't tell you that's not your packaging. Right. Things like your website and QR codes you can't put on packaging and showcase it. But how much better would it be if we had packaging behind here that said moving cat toy, perfect for bing, 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 and then batteries included or whatever it is, right? Because when Amazon starts to do its thing, which it's already doing with Rufus, which may or may not show up over here in Safari. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm not logged in. But Rufus will come up underneath and you can start to ask questions about the product. And then where Rufus is getting its context from, I've seen what a lot of people are talking about is what's being shown here and in the image stack and in the listing, of course. So the more that you say what it is very clearly and have text on there and all these other kind of things, the better it's going to be for your search, for complying with Amazon's Rufus. Amazon loves anything that's new, right? And you play into it, they love that. They love it. So if you play into Rufus and really kind of optimize for Rufus, it's going to help. Does that make sense? Or am I talking cat guy crazy?
No, that makes sense. I think the question that probably a lot of people have, and feel free to drop questions in the chat or comment, depending where you're at, for those watching. But I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, like, okay, with Rufus, how do I optimize for that? Because it's reading everything. So, like, what do I need to do differently? Because if I already have an optimized listing.
Yeah. So let me see. Let me minimize this for a quick second. Let me go over here because I don't know why a lot of things hate Safari. So I'm going to go back to Arc for a second because I want to see how it pulls up so I can show you that. So here, again, you can see here, now it's doing it. I don't know why it's not. Maybe because I wasn't logged in. I think maybe I think if you're not logged into Amazon, then they're not going to allow you to hang out with Rufus. But you see Rufus is coming up here over here. Does it attract cats' attention easily? Right? So now it's going to say, yes, it's designed because it wiggles and moves and stuff like that. So you see, it's taking context from this photo inside of the listing to give this response over here. So now if you're not saying what or showing what needs to be the customers are looking for, customers are needing, then you're not going to be coming up there. So does it come with replacement parts? So I want to see this here. So yes, Amazon offers it. For example, so I don't know why it's talking about a smart thermostat. Rufus is kind of stupid because I didn't say anything about a smart thermostat.
Not 100% there yet.
Right. But you could see it went to like a default like Amazon answer because in the listing, it doesn't say anything about if you need a replacement or if this breaks or this is what you should do. If it did, then it would default to that. So that's why it's really, really important. So there's a lot of other gurus out there that know how to optimize more strategically for Rufus. But in my eyes, like if this was my competitor, I would go over here and see and play with Rufus against my competitor and see what's coming up. And if there's any deficiencies that are not coming up, then I want to see if that's compelling for if I can apply that to my listing as well. So like if I take a look at this is insane. Look at this one. So does the suction cup adhere to uneven surfaces? That's a great question. The product information does not specify whether the suction cup can. So, okay. So now if this was my listing and I saw this, I'd be like, oh crap, that's clearly important to Amazon shoppers. Let me go in here and let me talk about the suction cup. Because now if I go into the listing, it's not going to talk about it says strong stickiness, right? But it doesn't give that image of different surfaces, right? So it says clean this surface, right? But it doesn't say what surfaces it can and can't adhere to. So you see over here, it says, please use on a smooth, non-crevice surface. Well, that wasn't clear enough for Rufus. So what would be clearer would be sticks to glass, tile, marble, hardwood, doesn't stick to rugs, stuff like that. And then you're giving it more context where it's like, okay, this is clearly what people will want to know, and I'm going to give it the information that it needs. But again, when you look at this kind of stuff, do these guys care? I don't know. Do they really care too much about optimizing for Rufus? Probably not, at least right now. So that's where like low-hanging fruit, where brands in the US and local can really triple down when you can't compete on price, is really optimizing for this kind of stuff. Like this looks insane. I'm not gonna sorry, but like that. Here's a great example of cat that like nobody has. This is like almost like a a short hair, almost looks like a rodent, right? Like, I don't think most
Mhm.
people have this kind of cat. It's more like this, but this guy looks like he's angry and taking a bite of a giant cheeseburger. So, and the Photoshop jobs are
Are horrible.
horrible. They're terrible. Okay, perfect. Here, tile, paintboard, glass, marble, metal, right? But it doesn't say clearly.
Adheres to, yeah.
It's not say. So they're doing like 30% of what they should, right?
Mhm.
Instead of saying very, very clearly what it is. Because now when you look at Rufus, you can understand that people care about this kind of thing. Are refills available for the teaser attachments? So that's people probably ask that, or that's coming up because people have left negative feedback on other listings before. People have asked that questions. That's in
Mhm.
FAQs, all that kind of stuff. So are there refills? Let's see what Rufus says. Yes, the product comes with 3 replacement teaser refills included. This includes a worm toy, a bird, and a ribbon toy, right?
Mhm.
So when I go over here, where does it show that? Uh, it does kind of show it here, but it's probably contextually that it's coming in down here.
Mhm.
But again, you want to always look at this. And I think, oh, look at this. I can make Rufus bigger. So you always want to optimize for that, right? Because I think it's super important. And a lot of brands are really leaving money on the table by not doing that. But again, going back to brand ads over here, this brand ad sucks. Like, this is not good, right? So this is like, and this is from a company that has, I didn't even click on the link just yet. I'm just looking 4,700 reviews. So it's not, they're no slouch in selling on Amazon, right?
Mhm.
So my question is, are you doing this in-house?
Mm.
Are you working with an agency? Like, how are you, or are you just winging it? So when I take a look at this, let me click on it, right? So I go over here. I have no idea. This looks like a Bluetooth speaker. I had no idea that this was a cat toy, especially from that ad. It just showed like a cat like touching it. So for something that's, look how many clicks I have to get, by the way, to actually land on the product and actually make a purchase, which is a problem.
Mm.
But I don't know what this is. So cat toy for kittens, Peppy Pet Ball. But if you notice right here, one thing that I noticed that's probably subtle, that looks like a dog bone icon, right? So
Mm.
it's a cat toy, but you're showing me a dog bone, and you just say the phrase cat right here. So it looks a little very kind of sterile from this end of like
Yeah.
what, but 100 bought according to Amazon in the last 30 days. But it just doesn't give the real appeal of like what it does. Like, does every image, it looks like the cat's just staring at the ball, right?
Right.
So this is the kind of thing where those motion icons or telling me exactly what it is, right? Smart interactive pet toy. Right. What does it move? Does it wiggle? Does it do this? Like, are there batteries? Do I have to recharge it? Is that blue light on all the time? What happens if my cat tears it up? What are the inside? Like, these are questions
Mhm.
that I have that I'd want to know that the listing really doesn't answer. This cat looks like Garfield and miserable. Look at this cat.
Right.
So
Well,
like,
going back to that main image, like they put the word cat, but you can barely see it. It's a black background with white letters. Like, why not show a cat? Like, showing the picture of the product when it's right next to the product itself,
yeah.
it's kind of wasted real estate, right?
So I almost think that this is a brand that sells universal or like not species specific toys that
Uh-huh.
they're just labeling as cat. So like, this is cat, but I think they'll probably a version that says dog, right?
Mm.
And that's the thing where it's like, if you're talking to 2 different species or whatever it is, then
Mhm.
it's a little bit hard to look. Seasonal merchandising, big fail. Like, it's not Christmas, you know? So here, perfect. It says dog, right? So they have very interchangeable, more than likely.
Mhm.
This product is good for cats and dogs, but we're just going to say dog and cat on this one, but it's not going to resonate. It's not going to do it. So like, if I was to run a PickFu on this, for example, just on this image, let's go back over here. If I was to go back on this, and I'm not even going to make it large. I would make it like this size, because that's how you'll typically see it before you click on it. And if I was to run this on PickFu and say to not even cat owners, but to just the general audience of Amazon Prime subscribers. And I would say, if you came across this image shopping on Amazon, do you know what it is? And I guarantee you 50% of them probably be like, I don't really know. Most of them probably wouldn't know that this is a moving cat toy that they hit and they wiggles and moves and all that kind of stuff. So that's why this kind of thing is super important. And a lot of people are leaving their money on the table when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot they could do here. And, I'm sure a lot of us, if we just think through like, okay, there's more that we can do for our listings that we probably don't realize. And so oftentimes it's good to get outside feedback, whether, hire someone or just, work with a tool like PickFu where people are paid to tell you.
Yeah. Here's a great example. Like I'll go back to this one and I'll show you how easy that is. If it lets me click on it, why is this? Look at this. I'm trying to click on this, but it's coming up down here. This is how stupid these modules are. So like if I didn't see this piece down here, I'm clicking on this. It's not letting me go to the product because it's expanding it down here. How stupid is that?
That is
so then if I click on this, let's do that PickFu that I was saying. So just going right here, grabbing this. And again, I'm not like that little app that I have. You just wiggle my photos and it holds them over there for me. So I don't have to copy and paste things. Isn't that great?
Oh, nice. Is that an Apple only thing or is that open to Windows users?
I don't know. That's it's called Dropover. So I don't really know if there's a version out there for the PC folks out there. And if you're still using PCs like Kevin, then womp womp. Okay. So let me show you this, right? So if I go here and create a new poll, right? So what I want to do in PickFu is I don't want a head-to-head. I want an open-ended kind of thing, right? So I just want context on just one thing. So I'll just drag the photo in here. And then I don't need that anymore. And then I'm going to say, if you were shopping on Amazon and came across this image, would you know what this product does and who it is for just from this main image? Okay. And then I'm just going to make it a smaller one, US target audience. I'm just going to pick Prime members, right? And I'm going to run this bad boy and it's going to come back pretty quickly, right? Because I want to see exactly what people think, because they can't know that it's exactly what it's supposed to be for just from that hero image. And that's why something like PickFu really gives you that gut check, because you might think as a brand, oh, it's so obvious. Like, how do you not know? How do you not know? We're Cherble, we're whatever the name is, right? You definitely need to optimize that. And if you were to ask brands like where they spend their time, where they spend their focus, it's like PPC, SEO, A+ content. It's all great, it's all needed, but think about how someone shops on Amazon. Think about how you shop on Amazon. Do you click on something without looking and then just scroll right down immediately to the A+ content? Of course not. That's insane. Anyone that shops like that is a weirdo. Like, you're going to type in the problem you're having, looking for the solution. You're going to see a bunch of images. You're going to click on that if you like the image and you like the price, and then you're going to look at the title to confirm what you're looking at, and then get some more context. That's where conversion comes in. But it all starts with the click, and people don't get that. They think that, oh, it doesn't matter. It matters. I mean, look at people like Mr. Beast from YouTube. Mr. Beast, his sole focus is click-through rate for thumbnails. That's it, right?
It's basically the same thing on Amazon.
Say it again.
I said it's basically the same thing on Amazon, except instead of
instead of like watching some crazy video about someone throwing a watermelon through something, it's shopping on Amazon. So I think Amazon's at my front door right now. Hang on one second. Is it Amazon?
Oh, wouldn't that be apropos?
Amazon's at my front door right now.
Oh, bye, Amazon. Thank you.
Amazon, it's a I don't know why I have to get a one-time password at Amazon, but whatever. Yes. So Amazon heard us talking about them and decided to ring the doorbell.
So we're watching you.
Jeff Bezos sees and hears and knows all.
He's like my neighbor now. He lives in Florida.
Does he?
Yeah, he moved to Miami, which is like an hour and a half from me.
He puts his yacht down there, or
I don't know. Maybe it's just for tax purposes. I don't know.
All right,
There's
so
no state income tax in Florida.
We're already starting to get some. Oh, wait a minute.
All right, so while you're getting the responses, I'm going to do a quick housekeeping item.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chirag says, hello, and Kevin, how can I see other videos? So first off, today is the last day to get a ticket to the summit. So at midnight, the page expires and it turns into a pumpkin, or at least it goes away and you can't see it anymore. So if you head over to ppcmasterysummit.com, if you already signed up for the PPC Mastery Summit prior to today, the 15th, it is 1:30 Eastern time in the afternoon as we're talking. But if you signed up for the summit and you don't have access to the members area where you can see all the other sessions, first check your spam folder basically from Monday forward. See if you have any emails from me that says like your login information in the subject. And if you still don't, feel free to email me. Sometimes there's like emails get put in, like Gmail is missing an L, or a .com is missing the M, or it says .con or something. So we can fix all that for you. So first check your inbox, spam folder, then reach out to me, assuming you already have a ticket. If you don't have a ticket, you have clock's ticking. You have until midnight tonight.
TikTok.
All right. TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, Mr. TikTok over here.
I goofed. I didn't add the photo, so I have to redo it real quickly. But anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, while you're doing that,
because
what is your most viewed TikTok?
My most viewed TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
The one that I watch the most, or the one that I have?
No, that you have. Like, don't you have one that has like over 1 million views?
Yeah, I have one that's 1 million plus views, and it's during the pandemic, during COVID. We were ordering food all the time because we couldn't really go anywhere, and I put in the instructions always funny stuff to say for like DoorDash. I was like, oh, ring the bell and say, come get your chicken, you filthy animals, like from Home Alone, that kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
Well, I think the biggest one was I did Shake Shack, where I said, come get your Shake Shack, you filthy animals. And the guy screamed it from the window after he rang the bell. And it got like 1 million views. And even Shake Shack put it on their page and messaged me and stuff like that. I was like, oh, cool. Can I get free Shake Shack for life or anything?
Right. Or at least lunch.
Shake Shack it's delicious, but it's expensive. Like for
so
a family
is McDonald's these days.
When we go to McDonald's, it's an easy $45-$50 for a family.
Oh yeah. For us, family of 4, we can't leave a fast food joint without spending $45-$50, which used to be like a decent, like going to like Chili's or something like that. Well, actually now you can still spend $45 on 4 people at Chili's. We
don't go up. My children are of another dimension, I'll say. My children are very not demonic, but more like let's destroy everything. So we typically don't go to like out to eat unless it's like a special occasion, because we recently went to Virginia at Chincoteague Island, which is like wild horses running around. So cool. My wife planned this really great trip, and my kids were like not interested. They wanted to go and touch the wild horses. Oh, by the way, ponies. Sorry, it's not horses, they're ponies. I learned the difference. And we took them out to a restaurant, had seafood. They're just like throwing things, taking down Easter decorations off the walls, like just yelling out brain rot phrases that they've heard on TikTok. And I'm like, can we stop? Like my son just runs around, my 10-year-old just runs around going, Nicki Minaj, like for no reason. He doesn't even, I don't think, knows who Nicki Minaj. He goes, Nicki Minaj. And I'm just like, what are you saying?
They have memes. We didn't grow up with memes, but they have memes.
There's a guy on TikTok. I don't know what he does. I don't know where he's from. I think it's like India, Pakistan, in that area. I don't want to say a specific one because I don't know.
So somewhere in Asia.
And well, no, not like Asian Asia, like more like
It's technically both countries are in Asia. Just saying.
what? Okay, okay. But if you saw an Indian or Pakistan person, would you be like, that's an Asian guy? Probably not, right? Let's just say, right? You're not gonna.
Technically.
So, but technically, I mean, technically, I'm North American, but you know,
There you go.
so he has this song that he sings while he's selling fish, and he just says 1 pound fish, and it's like 1 pound fish, and my son just runs all around the house singing one
1 pound
pound
fish.
fish, and I'm like, dude, can you stop? Like, I need to just really when we get together with other parents for like kids events and like, so
Mhm.
I'm like, do your kids do this? They're like, yeah, they the 1 pound fish, yeah, he sings the same thing too, and I'm just like,
Mm.
it's why is no image attaching? This is so weird.
All right. So John's working on some technical difficulties, but I can relate to John. My son the other day was like sitting down, like writing out like memes he was listening to. There was something about like the McDonald's ice cream machine's not working. I'm like, I don't even know what this is. Like, where is he getting this? And you know, they got their chicken jockey.
Chicken. No. If I hear that in my house, I know he's about to do something ridiculous, because he usually yells that before he starts to like slap his sister or something. So like when I hear chicken jockey, like even movie theaters, when Minecraft, we
Folks
saw
are going to be doing some Googling here.
Yeah. Well, even in the when the movie was out in the theater, I don't know if it's still out. Movie theater
Minecraft
people,
movie, for those who are uninitiated.
Minecraft, yeah. They would, movie theater attendants would come in, pause the movie and say, hey, right before this scene, please no screaming and yelling. Because what people would do, when that scene would happen with Chicken Jockey, people would just erupt into theaters. One person brought like a chicken in the theater, and like they were throwing stuff. So it's just crazy. But yeah.
All right. So I know people didn't come here to learn about like
chicken jockey
and parenting stuff. So real quick, Scott Milne does say, Scott from Terminal Velocity Sport, releasing our new laser projection wings, fly like an eagle. Congratulations, Scott. We're excited for you. So you probably have some listing optimization you could do. Just know whatever your first run at it might be good, but can always be better.
Great song, by the way, too. Fly like an eagle.
Yes. Let my spirit carry me.
Why don't you fly?
And it was Stephen Miller Band. That's right. All right. So you're working on that. So, okay. So one question, feel free, folks, if you have questions for John on listing optimization, images, all the above, drop it in. But one question that might be on people's minds is, one, is doing stuff with your main image within terms of service, and then people that might be like, okay, we could probably get away with it, but there have been some changes recently with what they accept. Is that a fair statement?
So there's nothing in terms of service that says anything about your main hero image or any images. That's within image guidelines. Some folks say image guidelines is in terms of service. The way I kind of differentiate that is terms of service. If you break terms of service, your account can be suspended or taken away or restricted. Anything with images, you can't. So there's nothing that you can do with your images that can get your account suspended or revoked. So that's like my litmus test of like, you know, what's what. So in certain categories in Amazon, you can do things, and for your hero image, like merchandising and creative things, in certain categories you can't. Books, media. It used to be shoes, but apparently shoes now you can do everything under the sun as of lately. But understanding that whenever you're doing something in your hero image, if you're aiding in the customer experience, that's a win. So what aids in the customer experience when you're selling supplements? You know, 3-month supply, taste, lemon flavor, all these kind of things, right? Bestseller does not aid in the customer experience, putting a bestseller badge on it, and that would get your image suppressed. Putting floating things out in the ether around the product images, even though in some categories like the cat toys, you can do that, doesn't really aid in the customer experience. So that's why I'm a huge fan of, if there's a flavor, if there's a scent, if there's an ingredient, if it's physically something inside that's not outside showing that. Anything that someone needs to know about your product in that hero image, if you can show it, you would want to put it. The really best hero images And again, if you look at monster companies that do millions of dollars on Amazon that don't have any of these tactics, you'd be like, hey, John, these guys don't do it, but they're crushing it. But at the end of the day, they've been in business quite a long time. They have maybe a brick and mortar outlet. They might be backed by celebrities. So there's a lot of other elements that apply. But yeah, I always go to like toothpaste and stuff like that. Like look at Colgate pack of 6, right? If
That
you
looks terribly made with Photoshop or Canva.
200,000 of those have sold in the past 30 days, according to Amazon.
I just added one to cart because I was like, that's an amazing deal. But
So
anyway, side note.
And I bet you if you click on that, that's going to be a vendor central. Yep, that's a vendor central offering. So that means that Amazon owns that inventory and is selling it directly for that. So hey, what do you know? There's no box. There's no box that says pack of 6 because nobody cares about the box because the box, it's a utilitarian product. I can't even tell you how many times that I got something from Amazon and just ripped it open, didn't even look at the packaging and went to go use it. I bought command strips the other day. I didn't care what the package looked like because I needed command strips to hang up something. So that's why with anything that's utilitarian like this, that someone's needing to use or whatever, they don't care, right? So if you go back to like the toothpaste kind of syrup and take a look at that, right, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff. That value pack banner across that's not there. Keep on going down. Look at that. That's not there. That's not real.
Worse, but here they put 5.1 ounce tubes because 5.1 ounce is such a selling point.
Yeah. So you keep on the other one that's good. Keep on going down. So like Guru Nanda right there, right on the right. So you see how they have a little piece of the coconut, a little piece of the flour and stuff like that. That's adding to the shopping experience. Look at them made in the USA right there on the packaging, right? So I know that it's toothpaste. I know it's made in the USA. I know that's for whitening. I know the ingredients. I know what I'm getting. Boom. That's it. Now, where this kind of fails a little bit, right, is you see Guru Nanda is typically known for like oil pulling. You know about oil pulling, Kevin, or no?
I actually don't. I was today years old when I learned about oil pulling.
Oil pulling is like this ancient long-term thing where you just swish oil around in your mouth for a period of time and you spit it out, and it's supposed to like remove toxins from your body and give you better teeth and gums. So it's interesting how Guru Nanda is known for that, and they're doing toothpaste and other like oral hygiene stuff. But that post-oil pulling is very, very small and almost I can't really read it based on the font and the color that's under the name Guru Nanda. So something like that you'd want to make bigger, right? Especially because that to the left is the packaging, to the right is what you're getting. It's not super, super clear. It almost looks like two of the same thing. So I would make the packaging a little bit more distinctive that it's packaging, but then also you have more room to expand on that. Like the top right-hand corner where it says Guru Nanda oil pulling, best use after, that's very small. I can't read that from the search engine result page. I can't even read that from this without you zooming in. So that's something that you want to have because this is like a system. This is a product that's really for like, I want the oil pulling, I want the toothpaste after, I want the tongue scraper, I want all this. Whenever something is a very systemic kind of step 1, step 2, step 3, it does really well because if you got someone on number 1, you're going to get them on number 2 and number 3 as well.
Yeah.
I like their images. I like the way that they're doing things. I like their flow, their vibe. It's a very, very clean and crisp brand, and it really tells exactly what it does. See, like the us versus them is very good. Everyone always has to have an us versus. See the system, the range of products that they have over here. The us versus them is very good. Showing how it's half them, half, nonsense garbage. So like this is something I can get behind and be like, oh crap, they have a toothbrush, they have a toothpaste, they have a mouthwash, they have an oil pulling, they have all this kind of stuff. So that's a really well done and meaningful kind of A+ down here. And you can see like, how does it work? Okay, like it's very simple. It doesn't get really technical. Just how does it work? Like, tell me how it works. What does it do? Why does it do it? So yeah, big fan.
Okay, cool. All right, so definitely they're doing some things right, but some things they could improve on. Did we end up getting results back from your test?
No, my login messed up. So if anyone wants to ping me and run a PickFu that's watching this live, just email me and I'll hook you up, since I wasn't able to kind of show what I wanted to show.
Okay, so this one's probably a good one. No BS, toothpaste without the BS. What BS?
So I read that as knobs.
Oh, knobs.
It's merchandising. I read that as knobs, right?
I mean, it catches your attention, but what is it? So
toothpaste without the BS, right? No bad stuff. Well, what's bad stuff? So hydroxy apatate, right? So click on that, for example. So 60,000 bought at $20 price point. So it's got to be doing something. So one thing is, I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know what it is. It a powder? Is it a cream? Is it a? It's not. It's neither. It's tablets, right? You wouldn't know. Look at the second image. You wouldn't even know. Look at the second image. I had no idea that was tablets. I thought it was like a toothpaste. I thought it was, even though it said toothpaste tablets on the title, I'm looking at toothpaste and you didn't make it clear.
I didn't even know there was a thing. There was toothpaste tablets.
That's pretty gross. Like, do you still brush your teeth? You just like pop a mint of toothpaste and that's it. You call it a day. I don't know. I could be.
How to use your knobs. Grab a knob and place it in your mouth. Chew until fully dissolved.
I'm sorry,
Brush
Kevin,
with a wet toothpaste for 2 minutes twice a day.
Kevin, let's just, I'm going to stay safe for work, right? Go back to that one. Go back, Kevin.
Okay.
Go back to the where you're reading the instructions, the fifth one down. Yeah. Understand what you're saying when you're saying things. When you're calling things no BS and they're called knobs, grab up a knob and place it in your mouth sounds wild when you read it out loud. So understand that not everything is going to fit, and you may look a little foolish when you put these kind of things.
Get a second opinion, unless that was intended to be off-color humor.
From the merchandising here, it doesn't look like they're trying to be funny and witty and that kind of thing. So just know what you're saying. And this is when PickFu comes in handy, where someone might be like, hey, I don't think you should say grab up a knob and place it in your mouth. I don't think you should say that. I don't think that's ideal for your brand.
Good point. All right, so we're gonna do a big giveaway here in a minute, but we do have a couple of questions coming in. So Drip Fit asks, if I have a digital product that I give away as a bonus item, can I incorporate an image of a phone with that digital product displayed on that phone screen in the main image?
If I have a digital product that I give away as a bonus item,
like people.
People
used to give away like PDFs, like you get a bonus PDF with recipes or whatever.
Yeah. So Drip Fit, I've seen your brand before. You do like those kind of clothes for like sweating in when working out and stuff. So like if you were to put like next to, clothing is a little bit difficult, so be careful depending on what category it lays in. But if it's more accessories versus apparel, it's probably a little bit more lenient. But yeah, I would put like a smartphone next to it, and on the screen of the smartphone I would show the sample image of what they would be getting of the digital product, right?
In the main image or a secondary image?
In the main image, because there's people that do that. So think about anything that comes with an app, but be careful in apparel, because apparel sometimes it's a little bit different. In electronics, let's say you had go open your browser, Kevin, and go to Amazon and just type in smart lock or smart doorknob or something like that, right? We'll talk about regular knobs at this point. So smart
lock.
Yeah, smart lock for your front door. So you see here they have the app. The app. So they're going to show this because they're showcasing there's an app that comes with it. So now go back up to the search.
But would people think like, oh, it comes with an app and then it comes with a digital product? That would be my only concern with putting a phone.
Go back up to the search and just type in what's it called? Air fryer. So type in air fryer.
Okay.
You're not typing anything, sir.
Oh, I'm not. I guess I was in the wrong window.
We're looking at your commission rates from Site Stripe over here.
Right.
Scroll down. The big companies won't do this. Here, there you go. Right there. See that little book right there? It's the recipe book. So that's another thing and sometimes they'll be digital. I don't know if that's a physical book that comes with it, or sometimes they'll put ones that are digital, where it's like a digital recipe book or anything like that. So that's another way that other kind of categories are showcasing digital products. But yeah, because I don't think that most of these guys are going to be doing physical books, especially at like no name brand kind of ones.
Right.
But pull up Drip Fit real quick. Pull up one of their. Just put them in the search. I think it's 2 P's and 1 T.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so scroll down. Okay, like that one right there, right? So like where it has the bag next to it that says fit on the second one, like, you know, you can put behind that bag kind of catty cornered. I don't even know if people know what catty corner means nowadays.
No,
but
I think we got you. Like diagonal.
Yeah. Where the phone is peeking out, right, on the screen, and on the screen of the phone, you're putting, you know, workout guide included, or workout 10 workout recipes or workout exercises, something like that. You would definitely be able to do.
Okay, got
But
it.
this is in the see, this is in exercise and fitness accessories. So this really isn't in apparel. So that's why you're probably okay doing that without risking a suppression or anything like that. Because if something was like knee deep in apparel, it's a little bit like don't click on one of his sponsored ones, but find one that's not sponsored for like the actual scroll down, not that one.
Well, I was going to look at the brand.
Okay. So we got one product. What are we doing?
Oh,
is it just the one? Okay. So yeah, then you're good, right? So like the other kind of things, yeah, those are like secondary images and stuff like that. But I'd be more inclined to see like the box. When you put the box in the image, you could put more stuff on it versus like that laundry bag, because you can't really put stuff on it, because then people might think, oh, that comes with stuff on the laundry bag versus the box. But if you were to put the box in there, then you could put a picture of the phone with the digital product on the box to then even more reinforce that, hey, this is my box, this is what it comes like, so that Amazon wouldn't ding you with any sort of problems or issues.
Got it. All right, so let's do some giveaways, or let's do a big giveaway. We'll say that. So we're giving away multiple things, but one big giveaway. So PickFu, who John is a representative of, has been a sponsor since 2021. So that's all of 2021, all of 2022, all of 2023, all of 2024, and then the previous summit we did last time, including this one. But we'll go up and through the Convert More Click Summit. So that's 21, 22, 23, 24. That's 16 summits times about $200 a pop. So it's about $3,200 in value. We're going to give away all of it to one person. And if you want to be entered to win, just put in PickFu in the chat, which for those
PICKFU.
And he means that like, Kung Fu. So like selecting something, pick, and then fu, like Kung Fu. All right.
I like saying PICKFU. I don't know.
I'm sure you do. All right. So we'll get to those here in a second. We've got a lot of folks coming in here with those. Drip Fit says, perfect. Thanks, guys, for our analysis. Shubham laughed earlier about the knob thing. So, all right. So we'll get to a winner here shortly. But John, anything while folks are entering to win and I'm putting in their names, anything you'd like to share with people that they should check out?
Yeah. The first ever virtual summit for creative only. So no PPC talk, no catalog talk, no, I'm trying to think of no stress or issue or anything like that. Strictly creative and assets and merchandising is being launched, and it's AspiCon 2025. So AspiCon Summit, and that is going up on the 24th of June through the 26th of June. So we have a landing page right now for you to get your name and email in there if you're interested.
For the wait list.
And currently we have this. I have to update the site because the site says right now 25 speakers. Kevin, we're eclipsing 40 speakers right now.
Oh
So
gosh,
is
who's gonna edit all those videos?
I don't know. But yeah, we have the hit list of who's who in the Amazon creative space in there. It's an event like I know we're doing the Convert Click and the PPC summits and we crush those all the time. This is like none other, or this is like huge. Like we have I don't even like I got to get the speakers so far up to date and their images up on the site because I'm getting tired of rambling off this laundry list of folks like guys and gals like here I'll read a bunch right here. Michelle Barnum Smith, Andrew Morgans, Daning Coleman, Delaney Del Mundo from Vendo, Toucan, Max Sinclair, Mina, Elias, Scott Osman from Quickfire, Vincenzo Toscano, Abe Chamali, Adam Mellett from Better Media, Andrew Bell who knows AI, Chad Rubin, Daniela Bolzman, Dorian Gorski, Elizabeth Green from Jungler, Liz Downing, George Reed, Holland Whitlock from Cartograph, Jake Ryan from Jarvio, Jason Landro from Nectar, John Durkitz from Color More Lines, John Elder, a lot of Johns from Black Label Advisor.
Jeez, there's a lot of Johns.
Raphael from Share It Studios, Roz from Horizon Marketing, Vanessa Hung, Will Hare from Bellafix. I mean, it's just woo! It's just it took like a powder keg of whatever and just shot it through the roof. So it's gonna be fun.
Will be fun. All right, so definitely recommend folks go to aspconsummit.com, get on the wait list for John Summit. It sounds like it's going to be a good one. And this is someone who puts on summits for a living. So, well, part of my living, I should say. All right. So Shubham says, Kevin, what was the first giveaway you announced today at the start of the session? Can you please remind? Yes. So for those of you who were here earlier, and I said, because of the actions you took, you're eligible to get the Brand Mastery Summit from last August for free, $200 value. Email Kevin@maximizingecommerce.com. All right. So now we're going to do our giveaway here. So I'm going to add this to the stage and
Mattress Firm.
Like you can click close ads, but they're like, just kidding. We're still going to show you. Like, I guarantee another ad's going to come up, and it's going to be for like Captain Morgan or.
You ever hear about
Disney?
the conspiracy theory behind Mattress Firm?
I didn't know there's a conspiracy theory.
You should look it up because it says that there's too many mattress firms around each other that it's a money laundering outfit. Go to Reddit and look up Mattress Firm conspiracy. Okay,
I'll look that up. Or it could just be they're collecting lots of franchise fees from their franchisees without regard for,
it's a conspiracy. I'm telling you.
It's a conspiracy. conspiracy. All right. So I think I got everybody. Let me just make sure nobody else jumped in here at the last minute. You got Hochitz. Yeah. So I'm assuming Hochitz shop is joining us from Germany.
Sprechen Sie Deutschen?
Yes. So hopefully I spelled that right. All right. So that I think is everybody. So we've got, let me just go down the list here and make sure we have everyone. Don't want anyone to feel left behind. So just bear with me, folks. We're going to pick the winner here shortly. So we got Shubham, we got Tiago, we've got Matt, we've got, did I get Scott? Oh yeah, Scott, Wasim, A. Singleton, Drip Fit, Dean S., Carrie T., Seven of Us, Thomas R., The Katarina J., and Hojit Shop. Probably completely butchered, and if so, I apologize. I'm part German, but I don't speak it. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and pick our winner.
Big money, big money, big money.
Big money, no whammies.
No whammies, no whammies.
Oh, look who came in at the last minute and got in there.
Oh.
So Hochzeit Shop, which it'd be awesome if you could tell us how to pronounce that. So I'm assuming that's some sort of shop. I don't know what Hochzeit is.
You also won $75 off Universal Studios. Oh, it went away.
Oh. Right. The random ads that show up. Oh, there we go. And that might just be for Florida residents. So because I live in Florida, I get a lot of Florida resident ads and whatnot. So Hochzeit Shop, if you could email Kevin at maximizingecommerce.com. I'm assuming your name, then your email is going to be different than Hochzeit Shop. Just let me know that that's you, and I'll get you access to all the goodies we promised, which is all of our summits from 2021, 22, 23, and 24, and the Convert More Click Summit from earlier this year. If you have not already upgraded to VIP, if you're watching this, you can go to maximizingecommerce.com/VIP, and everybody who upgrades to VIP gets a $50 PickFu credit, which will send you about a week or two afterwards. So, John and his team will be sending over those coupon codes afterwards, and the price will go up tonight after midnight. We will stop selling it altogether on Tuesday.
It's going to turn back into a pumpkin.
And then John will turn into a pumpkin. So, but in the meantime, you can also say, what is my next learning experience I would like to check out? You can get on the wait list for AspieCon Summit by going to aspieconsummit.com. John's virtual summit with like 40-ish speakers, which is unreal. John is definitely going to be working hard to put that one together. So,
oh well, I got friends in low places.
Right. All right. And then Hochzeit Shop says, thank you. Greetings from Munich. So thank you everybody for coming on. John, thank you for coming on here and sharing your knowledge, and everyone else. We'll see you on the next one.
Always a pleasure, pal.